Hey, it's Mike, and today I'm going to take a look at two SPACs that are involved with bringing mergers in for two rocket companies. So this could be a pretty interesting head-to-head comparison. So the first stock I'm going to take a look at is Vector Acquisition Corp. It trades on the NASDAQ on symbol VACQ. The stock was up a little over 1%, up to $11.99, and then moved up another 5 cents up to $12.04. So Vector Acquisitions is going to merge with Rocket Labs USA, and Rocket Labs, they offer lower orbit rocket delivery services to launch satellites. So they've so far launched 97 satellites. So this is a company that has real services, which I really like, because in the space industry, some of these companies are sort of theoretical, saying that they're going to send passengers into space and other stuff. So this is a company that actually already has real clients, real services, and real revenue. So that kind of makes it really intriguing. So basically what they have here is that you can do a dedicated, which is you can reserve your own rocket to launch your own payload, or you can have a rideshare service where you can fly with other payloads. So I definitely see a lot of potential clients, communication clients, perhaps maybe scientific research clients. Maybe they may also have some novelty clients. You get to launch someone's ashes up into space or stuff like that. But I think what's going to happen with Rocket Labs is that they're going to provide a lot of options if you want to send payloads into space. And because of that, I think they're going to have really good business over the next decade. So that's going to be really good. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the other space stacks as Holicity, and they are merging with Astra. Astra is another satellite delivery service, and they have dedicated launch services. So for people who want to launch payloads from 50 kilograms to 150 kilograms in 2021 and 2022. Much like Rocket Labs USA, they do low Earth orbit deliveries of payloads. If you look here, they have, they're hitting a lot of the milestones that they intended to hit. But I do think, from what I've seen here, that Rocket Labs USA is a little further ahead. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that Rocket Labs is the clear winner. It just means that they're a little further ahead. So they may just have a little advantage up front. However, I do think over the next decade, I think both rocket companies should be able to do really well, considering that I think because you can have more rocket companies out there, the prices are going to become more competitive. And when the prices become more competitive, then you're just going to get a lot more business, and it's going to be a lot easier for let's say startup communications companies to get their satellites into space. So that's going to be really good. I would say right now, though, Rocket Lab USA does have the slighter edge, so I would give the slighter edge to Vector. Both of the market caps right now are pretty much almost the same. They're both kind of at the $500 million mark. I could easily see both of these companies having the potential to be $5 billion companies, just because this is a relatively new business, but I can see a lot of potential revenue coming in, because they're going to be able to sort of greatly decrease the price of launching payloads into space. And because of that, it's going to be a lot easier for a startup communications company or startup scientific research company to get their payloads into space. So if I were to pick one right now, I would pick Vector. However, I would not rule out Holicity with Astra. Like I said, I think the entire industry is probably going to do really well over the future, because prices are going to go down, and that's going to bring demand up. So go ahead and definitely check them both out. Vector Acquisition trades on the NASDAQ on symbol VACQ, and Holicity trades on the NASDAQ on symbol HOL. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications. I do multiple daily updates on stocks, options, and stock trading strategies. Thanks a lot.